Would you let Hollie up your inside?
I wouldn't let anyone on the inside.
Hi, I'm Hollie Doyle.
And I'm Tom Marquand, and we're both really looking forward to heading over to Hong Kong to compete in the International Jockeys Championship next week. No, it's huge for both of us, like the year that we've had, and you know, to get an opportunity to go over to Hong Kong and compete in something like this amongst sort of the elite list of jockeys that's there. I mean, it sort of hopefully caps off what's been an incredible year.
Yeah, it was, you know, I was pretty shocked that I was considered to take part, but it's going to be a huge privilege to ride alongside the likes of Ryan Moore and William Buick in such a highly thought of competition. I don't know how long this flight's going to be, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's part of the sort of controlling our quarantine bubble, yeah. So we can go in and we don't have to quarantine for 2 weeks before we ride, which is massive because obviously 2 weeks in a jockey's life is a very long time to give up. So yeah, being able to fly in the sort of 2 days before and go into a room and isolate there before we ride is major. So that's part of it, which is great that we're able to do that. I'll be all right. Like obviously I've got to sort of keep my weight in check when I get over there because that's always a bit of a concern. So I think they're sticking a bike in a treadmill or something like that in the room, and I'll take a skipping rope and a sweatsuit, and that'll do me. But as you say, it's not too long, 2 days. Yeah, the track there looks, well, all of their tracks there look, you know, they're beautifully kept, and they have a lot of racing, and, you know, we're lucky Sky Sports show sort of all the racing from there, so we can watch it sort of every day if we want to. So, you know, while we haven't ridden there, you can kind of get a pretty good feel for it before you go, but no doubt we'll have a wander around when we get there, walk the track and get a proper feel for it.
I've heard it rides quite sharp, but obviously we'll have a good look when we get there and figure it all out. We've watched plenty of racing from there. It's shown live on at the races, so we'll figure that out when we get there.
I think probably the only difference between going abroad and riding than riding here is you probably put a little bit more into sort of finding out what the track's like, because obviously we can turn up to Goodwood and know if you're riding over 1.25 miles, you go around the bottom loop instead of the top loop or whatnot, all those sort of little idiosyncrasies about different tracks. But when you go abroad, it's obviously completely different. But no, I mean, there's not too much extra that would sort of have to go into it because it's the same concept, A to B as fast as you can. Wherever there's good racing is wherever I'm happy to be. So you know, this opportunity to come over to Hong Kong and ride on sort of such major race days is huge, and it's something that I hope will always be a part of my career because you know, that going somewhere and competing is always enjoyable. I love travelling, yeah. I've always done it, and you've done quite a bit the last few years now.
Yeah,
as well.
I've got used to it now. Well, as a kid growing up, I hadn't really been many places. The furthest I've been was France, so now through my riding I've managed to you know, go plenty of places, so it's something I've kind of got used to. I usually just fly in, ride, fly home, ride back in England, so I haven't really experienced a whole lot of the cultures of different places. So
Hol's going home after the Wednesday night because you've got to go to France sort of 10 days later. Whereas I'm going to stay because I've got nothing to come back to. But I'll sit at home for a week doing quarantine, so I'm going to stay for the Sunday, and hopefully I've got, by the sound of it, I might have 1 or 2 rides on the Sunday at the moment on local horses, and hoping that I'll pick up a ride in the international races with a bit of luck.